now. Don't get scared now. You know what I got to do, y'all? I got to make a phone call to Jesus. Okay? Give me 1 second, all right? 1-800-Jesus. Jesus, how we doing today? That's what you want me to talk to the people about? Okay, say less. I got it. All right, thank you. YouTube family, today's topic is going to be don't hire family. Hire a stranger before you hire family. What do you mean by that? I thought blood was thicker than water. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to tell y'all something about hiring family. Family knows your strengths and your weaknesses. So whenever, things don't go right or they call out, oh man, we grew up together, forget all of that. It's better to hire a stranger, y'all. I'm going to be honest with you. If I had a business or something like that, I'm going to be honest with you, I wouldn't want to hire family because you get a clouded judgment when you're dealing with family and you start thinking about when y'all were children and all that. You got to learn to not mix business with pleasure. This is why I don't agree with hiring family members. I'm just going to keep it straight 100 with you. It's best to hire a stranger. And another thing too, they're going to be feeling like they're entitled to whatever blessings you get. And that's just not the way it works. You didn't put in on this man. If you didn't put in, you can't be a part of that. And it seems like when you hire strangers or something like that, they tend to be able to see your vision more. Family can't see it because family is constantly always looking at what you went through in the past. Family don't normally know how to, let whatever happened in the past, let it be bygones. That's the problem with family. This is the reason why I myself don't really prefer to hire family members. But y'all can do whatever you want. I'm just telling you, I don't recommend hiring family if you own a business. If they own a business. Now, you don't want to see nobody struggle. I mean, if you really know that person sincerely, I would say yeah. But if you know you have a history with this person, and you know their regiment, they like to drink, they like to do whatever, smoke or whatever, and you know how they are, then you'll be a fool to hire them. Now, if you know somebody who's really in need, then yeah, by all means, then do so. But, by all means, do so. But you just can't be hiring anybody. You hiring your crackhead uncle and, oh, he needed a job. No, because back while you trying to do stuff, he going to be in the back snorting powder. You got to know who you're dealing with, y'all. Just because it's family don't mean you necessarily know who you're dealing with. I'm trying to tell y'all what's going on. Strangers, y'all, them be the people that'll help you out the most. I'm just trying to tell you what I know. Tammy Robles, how you doing today? How you doing today? Reagan Lens, how y'all doing? Like Vibe, what's going on with you? Y'all do me a favor, y'all hit that like, share, subscribe button. That way when I drop these notifications, you ladies and gentlemen are the first to be notified. Yeah, hey, the message for today is hire a stranger before you hire family. Because you know how it is. Oh, cuz I can't make it into work today. I'm drunk. That ain't my problem. And see, they want you to sit there and cater to their needs. And you think the people around you are not going to be able to see that? You don't think the people around you are going to be able to see that? Then you know what's going to end up happening? Then people are going to come cynical towards you. Oh, he's showing favoritism. He's showing, no. Stay away from that, y'all. Like I said, you got some people in your family who sincerely do need help. Then help them. But you can't just be helping everybody because they family, y'all. I'd rather hire a homeless man off the street. I'm just telling you what I know. I'd rather hire a homeless man off the street. You're going to get more out of them than you will family. I remember years ago, y'all, I'm not even going to name the person. I had an uncle years ago when I was working at a place. I'm not going to say the place. I was working at a place, and I was like kind of like a lead person. You know what I'm saying? And he would always call out, oh man, I'm drunk. You know how it is. No, I don't know how it is. I know your butt need to be at work. That's what I know. You know what I'm saying? You can grab the camera for Lamar Jackson edit. Say grab the camera. I don't know what you mean, bro. I did it just now. You say did it. Block and add the camera. I'm trying. Okay. I remember my first intervention. What was your first intervention? Hell, incredible. Reagan Lens, what's going on with y'all? What y'all got going on today? Don't never mix business with, don't never mix family. And family and business don't mix, y'all. Some of y'all trying to go into business and you're doing it with the wrong people. Family, y'all, no. No. Like I said, if they absolutely need help, if they absolutely need help, help them. But you can't really help family. I'm just gonna tell you right now. They're gonna feel like they're entitled to your blessing. You just can't. I mean, I'm just here to tell you. They say you do what you want. A lot of y'all gonna still do what you want anyway. My job is just to get on here. If I get a download from Jesus Christ, I just get on here to tell y'all what, give you advice. At the end of the day, I can't hold your hand and make you do nothing that you know you're not gonna do or want to do. After I got off that speed, I got my resurrection back off the ground. Oh wow, that's what's up. That's what's up. All right, y'all, let's talk about this topic here. Let's talk about it. I want to get some what y'all think about this topic, hiring family. Family versus strangers. Say you relapsed. Hey, but just I mean, you know, you just gotta pray about it, hell, incredible. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, I don't judge nobody. You know, you just gotta stay away from that. You know that's something that you struggle with. You just gotta stay away from those type of environments. You know what I'm saying? Stay away from them type of environments. That's what I'm gonna say. Let's talk about this topic here, y'all. So you found Christ. That's good. That's good. And whenever you feel like that, ask God to take that out of your heart. That you know, that temptation. Ask him to take it away from you. And he will. You have to sometime incredible. Sometimes you just got to go to him and ask him out loud. You know, people don't, and you don't necessarily have to have people hear you what you're saying. That's another thing too, y'all. Be very careful praying out loud, because you got some blessing blockers out there. They got some blessing blockers out there. Yeah, don't hire family. Can't never hire family. Now tell me your opinion on why you won't hire family. What's your opinion on this? Why would you never not hire family? How you doing, man? What's today's topic? I'm doing great, brother. I'm glad you asked. Today's topic is gonna be never hire family. That's today's topic, Madu Edge. What do you think about this topic? Never hiring family. And I'll tell you why I won't never hire family, because when something goes wrong on the job, and even though it may be somebody in your family's fault, you're gonna have clouded judgment, because now you're starting to think about, oh man, I remember when we grew up together. That's the thing. I don't care how tough you are. It's very tough. Like if you hire a sister and she does something wrong, you're not gonna come at her the same way you would with somebody else. And people are gonna be able to smell that like a shark in the water. And then the next thing you know, they're gonna have resentment towards you. And then now you're out of a business. That's why I say you should never do that. You're better off hiring people that you do not know, because people that you do not know will value your business. They will not run your business into the ground, because they'll be able to see your full potential. They'll be able to see your full potential. They feel entitled to the job. Exactly. Exactly, incredible. That's what I was just saying. They feel entitled. They'll feel entitled to your blessing. I don't want nobody feeling entitled to my blessing. I don't care if that's my mom, my dad, my brother, my sister, my wife. I don't care who it is. No one's going to be entitled to something that I worked blood, sweat, and tears for. I'm just saying. Nobody. My daughter, my son, nobody. Nobody. The only person that's entitled to that is Jesus Christ. And you know why? Because he wakes me up each and every day. And if it wasn't for him to give me the strength, I wouldn't have been first have a business. You know, that's the mindset we need to have, y'all. Give that man upstairs all his props. Because I'm trying to tell you what I know. If you don't give that man his props, he'll jealous God, and he'll snatch everything away from him. Only way I hired family was for lower wage. The only way, I agree with that. The only way I would hire somebody is if I know they and truly needed it. if I knew they were really, really down and out, and I knew they were loyal, and I ain't never had no bad blood, that would be the only way. Because everybody deserves a chance. But once you show me your hand, then yeah, it's over. I don't care who you are, brother, sister, dog, cat, uncle, I don't care. Once you show me who you are, no more chances. No more chances. Madumage, I think we need family because humans are emotionally beings and we need a soulmate. God wants us to have family. That's why Adam had Eve. I agree with that. I just think not in the workplace, Madumage. This is just my opinion. We're all entitled to our opinions here. I feel like in the workplace, I just don't feel like it's good. What do you think about it in the workplace? I feel like we need family. You need somewhat support from family, but you know what I mean? But I'm talking about in the workplace, I just feel like we have a clouded judgment. If you had a brother that worked with you and he did something wrong and you were the supervisor and you call him in the office, you're not gonna handle them the way you would handle a complete stranger. A complete stranger, you're gonna let them have it. But with your brother or sister, you're gonna be like, look, don't let it happen again. Don't let it happen again. It might not happen 10 times, but with the other guy, you're gonna be a little bit, you're gonna be more stricter. You see what I'm saying? And people gonna start to see that, and then that's when they gonna envy you. Yeah, that's why I wouldn't do it. He's saying don't mix family and business because it don't work. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm talking about, Madumage. Thank you, Incredible. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Never mix family and business together. Like I said, there's nothing wrong with loving on your family, but I just don't think it's a great idea to mix both together. Some people do, and sometimes it's a success story, but from my experience, it's never been good. Like if I know someone's down and out, I'm gonna help them. I'm gonna help them as much as I can. If I know they truly, ain't did nothing wrong, ain't, backstab me or nothing like that, and they show me that they reliable, yeah, I'm gonna help them. But 99% of the time or 90% of the time, nah, I ain't doing it. If I know they got a great work history and stuff like that, they always on time, they always stand on business, and yeah, you give them a chance. Yeah, some expect us to be committed 100%, but we're not able to do it. Exactly right. And then they get mad when you can't do it the other 80%, which is crazy to me. Hey, Incredible, that's how I ended up relapsing because my cousin had some in the workplace and I gave him a warning instead of firing them. See what I'm saying? See, that's what I'm saying. Okay, now, I'll give you another, well, that's probably a bad example, but New Jack City. You remember when the guy had to go to rehab? But that wasn't family though, but he was a crackhead. And he brought him in there, he messed up the whole operation. See what I'm saying? And sometimes you gotta be careful about people that you know too, not just family, but sometimes you gotta be careful about people who got a bad past. Ice-T had no business hiring Chris Rock to run that crack house. No business at all. No business at all. You know that dude was an ex-crackhead. I wouldn't have done it. I wouldn't have done it. Not for nothing like that. No, sir. What you said about the workplace was not clear, man. Could you repeat? Okay, the workplace. I'm talking about in the workplace, you should never hire. I wouldn't, if I was a supervisor, I wouldn't recommend hiring family in the workplace. And the reason why that is, it's just not good. Because let's say if you hire your brother, okay, and then something pops off at work, and then all of a sudden everybody get in trouble, but your brother don't get in trouble. People gonna start noticing why his brother didn't get in trouble. They gonna think you're showing favoritism. And then if he does something, even though he may be wrong, you're gonna have a clouded judgment. Not saying you per se, but most time people have a clouded judgment, even when they know somebody does something wrong. Oh, he my brother or sister, he wouldn't do such a thing. You see what I'm saying? And then he could be wrong, but by that being your loved one, you're not gonna, you know what I'm saying? You're gonna view him different. That's why I don't agree with that. And then when they call out and stuff, you may give them more slacks. And your co-workers, your employees are gonna be able to tell that. And that's when they're gonna start snitching on you next. Next thing you know, you out of there. That's why I hope I cleared that up for you, man. I hope I cleared that up for you, and I do it straight on. What's up, Charger? and do it straight on. I'm not quite sure what you're saying there when you say do it straight on. Could you clarify that? Madume, did I clear that up for you, bruh? I hope I cleared that up for you. If not, just ask me some more. If you still don't understand, I'll break it down again. I don't have a problem with that. Charger, what do you mean by that? You say, and do it straight on. Yeah, hire people. I mean, I prefer, I'm going to give y'all an example of this, y'all. Now, I'm a good guy. I remember years ago, I was going to a church. I'm not going to say the name of the church. At the time, I was unemployed, wasn't working, and I had been going to this church at the time for about 15 years. Do you not know? Now, I was a good dude, Christian dude, grew up in the church, grandmother went to the church. Do you not know they did not hire me and they hired a guy off the street? But I kind of see why they did, but they knew I was a good guy, though. That's what I'm saying. If you know somebody's good and they knew my work ethic, that's different. That kind of hurt me, though, that, they hired somebody off the street, because I never gave them or showed them nothing. I never showed them that I was a bad person. So that I disagree with. If somebody's showing you that they're a good person, you give them a chance. So that's why I think that wasn't fair. But life ain't fair. But I just don't think that was right. Because I was a good person, but they hired the person off the street and it made me feel some type of way. As a matter of fact, that was part of the reason why I stopped going to that church. That was part of the reason. On my days, I think I had misunderstood your point. Exactly, man. I wouldn't hire either. Yeah. No, you good, bro. Okay, K Charger. Okay, I'll holler at you. But yeah. But tell me your reason why you wouldn't do it, though, Madume. Tell me your reason why. That's why I want y'all to give me some feedback here. Tell me your reason why you wouldn't hire people. I want to hear answers, y'all, because I'm doing a lot of talking. I want y'all to talk back to me. Tell me why you wouldn't do it. Okay, Heck Incredible told me why. Heck Incredible, tell me some more stories on why you wouldn't do it. And I want y'all to ask me some questions, too. Ask me some questions about this topic, y'all. I want to talk about this thing. Let's talk about it. Let's talk about it. Let's talk about it. Like I said, yeah, you got to help people who really need help. Like if it's your mom or something like that, but I'm going to be honest with you, even if it's your mother, this is the lady that birthed you, you still got to be careful about that. If you know your mom was naive and careless and reckless, Mom, I love you, but I can't hire you. Based off your record in real life is the reason why I can't hire you. If I knew you were a troublemaker and not doing what you're supposed to do, I can't hire you. Yeah, that's true. I agree with that, Madume. I agree with that 100%. I agree with that 100% because, let me read this again. My reason, it makes them feel overconfident and talk a lot. Because then they'll be like, yeah, my people, they, you know what I'm saying, I can do what I want because my uncle, he run the business. You see what I'm saying? You see what I'm saying? So that's the problem right there. The next thing you know, oh, so he think, and then next thing you know, you'll be the talk over the whole company. Oh, when Dumaze think he all that because his uncle run the company. Larry think he all that, or such think they all that because Larry the CEO. See what I'm saying? That's why it's not good to do. And every time something go down, they gonna feel like the person that you hired, family member, they not getting the same punishment. You see what I'm saying? You see what I'm saying, y'all? That's why. That's why I don't do it. I've experienced this. I'm trying to tell y'all what's going on. I don't been there. I don't experience this years ago at one company I work with. I'm trying to tell you what's going on. I'm trying to tell y'all what's going on. But listen, y'all, I wanted to get on here and talk to y'all a little bit today. I love y'all. As always, anytime y'all want to talk about anything, you have a friend in me. But what I want y'all to do today is bow your heads and close your eyes with me, okay? Dear Heavenly Father, Lord, thank you for this day that was not promised, Lord, but you let us see it anyhow. Lord, I ask that you please guide and protect us today from any hurt, harm, or danger, Lord. And I'm not telling my Facebook family, Lord, not to hire family. What I'm simply telling them is if they have a rep and a bad track record, they need to stay away from these people. If they got good intentions, then you hire them. Hire them. Everybody deserves a chance. But if they got a bad track record, you leave their butt where they at. I don't care who it is, brother, sister, wife, dog, cat, son, daughter. It does not matter. Listen, y'all, if I'm lying, I'm flying, y'all. Blessings. Peace.